Hello and welcome to your new beer channel. This is a beer channel which won't exactly be reviewing beers, but what it will be doing is showing you how to review your own beers. Because in all honesty, let's face it, how I like a beer and how you like a beer might be two entirely different things. Our tastes will differ, our budgets will differ, our location will differ. The type of beer available to us will differ. So how can I turn around and say that this beer here is the best in the world? How can I judge this beer when you might not even be able to locate it? This is how. Make yourself some kind of a formula, make yourself a spreadsheet, make yourself some kind of way of judging your own beers. Way of turning around and saying, actually, this bottle, how good was it? Did it appeal to me? Did it appeal to another friend of mine who recommended it to me? Did it bring back memories of a beer, drinking a beer years ago? So what do you need to know about drinking it? What do you need to know about actually whether that's a good beer or not? The way I consider it is that a beer can be basically broken down into two categories of variables and constants. Now the variables is the packaging, for instance, the packaging material, the packaging information, and I've forgotten what the other one is, to be honest with you. I haven't got a clue. The beer itself, you've got, of course, the aroma, the initial hit, and the drinkability. These can all be broken down into numbers. Now, those numbers can be combined with your specific gravity, your ABV, your alcohol by volume of the beer, and the price you actually paid for it to get yourself a litre. This is a 500 milliliter bottle, so I just double that price and I get my price per litre. Now, if I put that into a formula, it will give me a completely individual number at the end of it all. Now, why do I consider that a better system for marking whether it's a good beer or not? It's a good question, but if you go out and buy a car, would you buy a car alone by its fuel economy? Would you buy it by its top speed? How many seats it has? What colour it is? Of course you would. You'd take all of these variances into consideration when buying a car. Apparently you wouldn't when reviewing a beer, though. It's just 1 out of 10, 5 out of 10. 7 out of 10. This beer's this beer. Oh, God. Oh, it smells. Taste. Oh, it's a 6 out of 10 if ever I've taken. It means nothing. Nobody has a clue what 6 out of 10 is. There's the wine writer, Robert Parker, strangely enough, in America, and he's world renowned for reviewing wines. He goes through wines and everybody, he's got a 100-point system. This guy has a 100-point system of it. They can have a look on his website and go through all the information he's got up there. I specifically like the section he has, which is the hedonistic trade. And it's like, it tells you what kind of a person he must be, isn't he? He has a web page called the hedonistic site. And so, anyway, it was back in about 1990, let me think about it, about 1998, that I was living and working in Germany, and I got given a bottle of Grauburgunder, and it was spectacular. It was an absolute fantastic bottle of wine. But he's only marking it out of, 100, and he's not telling you how much it costs, and how, its availability, and all the special ones now. It's wine. It's not. Look, beer is brewed all the time. If the brewery is still open, you'll be able to get this beer. You'll be able to go in the supermarket. You'll be able to go online. You'll be able to find someone who will sell you this beer. There's no doubt about it. It's just one of those inevitabilities in life that eventually you will come across this beer and say, do you know what? I'll give it a try. Now, how are you ever going to judge that? As to in the future, was it any good? Because I've had plenty of beer since then. I don't know. If I saw it again, would I buy it again? First of all, you've got to break it down into 3 main brackets for me. for me. And then this is a weighted system from the lowest to the doesn't matter at all, but it's just a little bit of a personal thing, which, you know, a little niggle I might have, to the most important thing, the drinkability of the beer. The actual, when I finish this, do I want to jump up and go and get another one? How much I am, oh, one isn't enough. Oh, I'm going to go out of the fridge, I'm getting a second. And these systems, you know, weighted from top to bottom, will give you a specific number. You can have it whatever you like. You can do it yourself. You just have to know what the least important thing is and what the most important thing is. And you have to scale everything in between. Now the formula itself is pretty easy. You just take the entire sum of what the packaging is. You take the entire sum of what the beer is, multiply the two together, divide it by your price per litre. Now that's going to give you a specific number, but it's not going to give you a specific number enough until you times it by your ABV. This is my system. When I drink a beer and have a chat, and hopefully you'll join me on the next episode, that you know, we can drink a beer together, and you can have your own system of how you're going to formulate yours, and decide whether this is a beer to be, you know, drunk in the future, or actually, geez, do you know what? I got a really bad number the last time I tried that beer. So it doesn't matter, you know, what that number is. It doesn't matter. But on a scale, you'll see that some of the beers you drink and some of the beers that we all drink and decide in the supermarket while going around to pick up a 4-pack, to pick up, oh, God, there's a whole crate. There's 12. Fantastic. There's 20 of them. They're not worth it. But some of them are. Some of them definitely are worth it. This one in particular, you know, I'm a bit annoyed I've drunk it so quickly. I'm a bit annoyed that there's only been 2 or 3 sips and it seems to have gone. And I have yet to put a number down. I've yet to fill out anything. So the results are in. This beer, 2022.79. Let's call it 2023, shall we? Is that good or bad? I don't know. I haven't tasted enough beers. I haven't, but this is, you know, this is a 2023 point beer on my system. Not on your system, unless of course you use the same system. Unless of course you decide that this might be a good idea, it might be a nice thing to sit around and have a chat and talk about a beer and say, you know what, I'm not going to talk about beers. I'm not. You know, I like drinking them. As I hope you do too, to keep those brewers going that we all love and think, my God, if only I was a brewer, my life would have been complete. I could have worked in a brewery. It would be a job in heaven, a job made for me. But it's not. It's just work, isn't it? You know, there's certain things in life where you go, I'd love to be a bus driver, just to be on the open. But no, don't do it. Don't. You know. But I hope you join me on the next episode. I hope you join me and decide you might, you know, look a little bit more into detail about, you know, my thought process about this. But and what I'm going to talk about next time. Well, what I'm going to talk about next time is definitely not Trump. I'm not going to talk about him. I'm not. You know, it's 2018. Who gives a monkeys? Yeah. It's not. It's of no importance in your life, and the more attention you give somebody like that, it's like a Kardashian. They won't go away by you talking about them continuously. Quite the opposite, in fact. You know, so reassess your life, and hopefully by the next episode I've sorted this out a bit better, and we'll know what we're talking about a little bit clearer, and maybe give you the opportunity to go out and buy a beer before the video comes out. So I tell you what, let's do that now, shall we? Should we tell you, you know, go out and buy yourself a Bateman's Triple XB. Don't care where you get it from. The next video, the one after this video is released, will be a Bateman's Triple XB. You can score it yourself and see whether it's as good as I remember it, because it was a beer. It was a beer which set me on the path to, I'm not happy with lager and black down the pub. I want to taste a beer. I want to enjoy it, and I want people to know that I'm drinking a beer. A beer. Pointless being in a pub unless you're drinking a beer. And I've got it spreadsheets done and T-shirts printed up, obviously, as you will definitely want to follow me in the future, and as a rising internet star. I mean, I have a subscriber. I think you'll find. What more do you want in life? I have a subscriber. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Patting each other on the back and saying, "What a good chap you are! What a splendid fella! Cheers." Definitely gonna go and have another one of them, I think. It's gorgeous. But it didn't score very high. Or did it? Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Hope to see you next time. You know what we're going to be drinking. Go buy one and we'll have a pint together. Till then, no clue dude, signing out. Take care.